Inspire.fm.
Today on the show, we're going to be talking about things to help your conscious creation along. And for those of you who are tuning in for the first time, conscious creation is really an emotional journey. It's about really creating all your desired results in life. No topics are off limit. Whether it's relationship or health or career or clients or family, whatever it is that you want to create, you can create that. And I'm sure most of you have heard of the law of attraction or The Secret. And really what conscious creation is it gets into those nitty-gritty distinctions, right? Little distinctions about how to create what it is that you want in your life via the emotional journey, via visualizing, and through embodying what it is you want already. So today we're talking about things to help your creation along. So one of the things I tell my group is to think of it as a vacation from where you are now until you've achieved your manifestation. Many times people are impatient. They feel frustrated. It's like, I wanted this yesterday. Why hasn't it come into my life? Yeah, and when this happens, again, conscious creation is an emotional journey. When you're frustrated and impatient, you create more frustration and more impatience. So there are 3 keys to alignment that we talk about in conscious creation. One is embodiment. The second is acceptance. And the third is surrender and faith. So if you're feeling impatient or frustrated and you're not getting your ideal results by the time you wanted to, understand that it's kind of a violation of the second key to alignment, which is acceptance. If you're frustrated and impatient, are you really accepting where you are now? So treat it like a vacation. I have one client who really wanted to create his ideal girlfriend. And he wants her yesterday. He wants her in his life right now. And I told him, I asked him, I said, have you ever been in a relationship and you remember thinking, I just wish I was single? And he said, yeah, I do. I said, well, now you're single, so enjoy it, right? Treat it like a vacation. From where I am now to where I'm going to end up, it's a holiday. So really enjoy it. And this works for any subject, money or having your ideal car, ideal relationship, business, clients. Treat it as a holiday, okay? And that'll also help you accept where you are now, right? So another way that can help your creation along, visualize for the entertainment. So oftentimes when we sit down and we want to visualize our ideal end results, a lot of times we do it just to achieve the ideal result. It's like, I'm going to sit down and think about money now so that I can have more money. And it's not really fun. And if that's the case, what space are you coming from? Are you entering your visualization from a space of power? From a space of, ooh, this is fun and I'm happy just thinking about it and that's enough for me? Or are you trying to visualize because you want to achieve something? Yeah, because if you're rushing and trying to achieve something, there's a little bit of force there. So I'll give you a personal example. When I was 12 years old, I had a crush on this boy. And I knew that he liked me. He always would pass me notes in class, and his friends would always push him into me in the hallway at school. And I just knew that he liked me, and I really liked him. And so every day I'd go home and I'd visualize us holding hands and going to the movies together and sharing popcorn, because at 12 years old, you don't do much else, right? So I'd visualize it every day and it would generate all these fun emotions, the lovey-dovey, sappy feelings that all those girls love so much, right? And one day I started feeling impatient and I was praying to Source. And I got angry with Source and I said, you better make him ask me out or else I'm not going to talk to you. All right, so this lasted for a little while. And then finally, I surrendered. The third key to alignment. I surrendered. I said, you know what? It's good enough just picturing it. in my own little world, in the privacy of my room, it's good enough to just visualize that we're together. I feel good enough doing that. At that moment, I surrendered, and visualization was fun. And then, I'm not kidding when I say this, 2 minutes later, I get a call from his best friend. And his best friend was asking me if I wanted to go out with him. Which, in the States, going out means, he called and asked if I wanted to be his girlfriend. So, I was dancing around the house and I was so happy and so excited. And this story really, it goes through all the keys to alignment. Okay, so I was visualizing us being together, and that's embodiment. So I could see us and feel the feelings of being his girlfriend and sharing popcorn and holding hands. Yeah. I accepted. It took a bit of resistance. At first I yelled at source. And then finally I surrendered. And when I surrendered, I accepted where I was, and I started visualizing and embodying my creation, because it was entertainment. It was fun. So ask yourself with your conscious creations, am I visualizing to achieve something, or am I doing it just because it's fun? Because it's entertaining to me. And if it's fun and entertaining, it feels better. And conscious creation, being an emotional journey, if it feels better, that's what we need to stick to. Yeah. So the next step to help your creation along, keep an emotional journal. So this is what I tell my one-on-one clients to do. So 3 times a day, write down what you're feeling. Don't write down the story or why you're feeling like that. Just write down your emotions. And I like to do it around meals, because then it's easy to remember. And I would say do this for a month or 2. Because what happens is you become more aware of your emotions. And whatever you're feeling, that's what you're getting back. You don't necessarily always get what you think about, but you do always get what you feel. Yeah, so keep an emotional journal. And when you notice that you're on a high, let's say it's lunchtime and you're writing down your feelings and you feel happy and excited and you feel empowered, use it. Oh, I'm feeling really good. Now's a good time to sit down and visualize. Yeah? So if you've ever tried visualizing when you're not in a very good emotional space, you might find that it might not feel that well. Or maybe you use your visualizations to help you get your emotions up. And that's good too, because that would be visualizing for the entertainment. But if you're doing your emotional journal and you're noticing that you're feeling really good and high, that would be a good time to start visualizing and to start embodying one of your creations. Okay, another thing to help you along with your creation, say yes to what you want. And this I really tell my clients to do, especially with money or things that they have resistance towards. So a lot of times with money, you're reacting to it all day long. So you're looking in your wallet and you're noticing there's not a lot there, and then you feel bad. Or you go on your bank statement online and you notice there's not enough zeros behind, those dollar bill signs, and then you feel a little sad again. So instead of doing that, this is what I call the yes exercise. So when you look in your wallet and you see there's only a couple dollars there, instead of feeling bad, instead of reacting to what is, say, yes, I would like more money in here, right? Yes, I have more money in my wallet. When you look in your online bank statement, yes, I have plenty of money in my bank account. When you go shopping, instead of reacting to everything and saying, oh, I'd like to buy that, but I don't have enough money, or oh, I'd like to have that, but I don't have enough cash. Instead, just walk around and say yes to everything. And what you find is this will help you stop reacting to what is. So then you start to feel good. Yeah? And then before you know it, things will start coming into your life. So I have a really funny example of this. I have a dear friend, and he loves watches. And he has every magazine you can think of watches, really expensive ones, the ones that are millions of ringgits and, millions of dollars. And he loves watches. And every time he'd look at them before, he'd go, oh, look at the price tag. And, it creates kind of those not so wanted emotions. So he started doing the yes exercise. So he'd flip through those magazines and, oh, yes, I'd like that one. And yes, I'd like that one. And yes, I'll take that one. And in less than a month, he actually generated a free watch from Switzerland, a pretty pricey one, given to him as a gift. So he's been wearing it on his wrist all day, and he's just really happy about it. But this is how powerful this exercise is. How often are you reacting to what is, and how often are you saying yes? So instead of reacting, oh, I don't have that or I can't afford that, say yes to it. And that'll really help boost those emotions. And another tip to help you with your creation, find your emotional sweet spot, okay? So have you ever had one of those days where everything goes right? Everything just unfolds masterfully. You don't resist anything. You're high, you're happy, you're pumped, excited. It's like you're living in the moment. Yeah? And even if there's things that normally you would resist, you don't resist it. Right? So I liken this emotional sweet spot to like falling in love. If you ever remember falling in love, you're high, you're happy, nothing bothers you. You're really easygoing and you're really fun to be around. Yeah, if you can generate and find that emotional sweet spot and use it for your conscious creation, that would be spectacular. That's the best time to really sit down and do your exercises, whether it's visualizing or creating your list or talking with someone and ranting about it, right? So we do a 2-minute rant on how great everything is, and you embody it in the present tense. So it would sound like this. I'm so happy and grateful I found the man of my dreams, and he loves everything about me, and he's so sensitive, and he always buys me gifts, and he's so sweet, and he's always giving me compliments. So you do a 2-minute rant for 2 minutes, at least 68 seconds, according to Abraham Hicks. And you rant about it in the present tense. And the best time to rant is when you're in your emotional sweet spot. Yeah? Because when you're already there, it's really easy to embody. It's really easy to accept where you are. And there's no need to surrender because you have no resistance. So you just need faith. And faith comes a lot easier when we're in that emotional sweet spot, that place of well-being, that happy, high emotion. Yeah? So with that, I would like to thank you for tuning in. As always, I have a Conscious Creation weekly gathering. It's happening this Saturday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. It's donation only, and it'll be held at 137A, 3.5 Mile Old Klang Road, 58000 at the Globe Success Office. And if you're interested in coming, drop me an email at jana@wisdom-ink.com, or you can SMS me at +6 012 667 0365. Thank you so much. This is Jana Marino on Conscious Creation, and you're listening to Inspire.fm. Happy manifesting.
Inspire.fm